For 1,000 years, Earth had been silent. The war that ended humanity was the stuff of legend, an age of fire that turned the skies to ash and the seas to glass. The other races watched from afar, their sensors recording the planet's death throes. No ship ever left Sol again. No beacon, no cry for help, nothing but static. The proud human race, once the loudest voice in the stars, was gone. In the archives of the Galactic Council, the entry for Sol read simply, "Extinct. World quarantined." And so the centuries passed. Civilizations rose and fell. New empires replaced old ones. Humanity became myth. A cautionary tale whispered to young officers. Don't fight like humans did. Don't burn like they burned. Until one night, on the farthest edge of the galaxy, a signal appeared. It was faint, buried in cosmic noise, an ancient frequency, one the archivists recognized with disbelief. It came from Sol. At first, no one believed it. The signal pulsed weakly, a repeating code that took days to decipher. When it was finally translated, it was simple, terrifyingly simple. We are here. We remember. Panic rippled through the council. Expeditions were dispatched in secret. Scouts returned with trembling voices. They said the system wasn't dead at all. It was alive. The probes showed a sight none had expected. Earth still turned, but it was no longer blue. Its skies glowed red with auroras of energy, and its surface pulsed with light. Cities buried under shields, forests regrown over ruins. Humanity hadn't perished. Humanity had endured. The Council demanded answers. How could this be? The last record showed total annihilation. No life could have survived that level of radiation, that level of destruction. And yet, from the ashes, the humans had rebuilt. When the first alien envoy entered Earth's orbit, they expected ruins. Instead, their scanners were blinded by defense grids and orbital stations humming with power. Before they could transmit a greeting, a voice broke through their comms, clear and cold. Unidentified vessel, you are trespassing in Terran space. State your purpose, the envoy stammered. We thought you were gone. A pause, then a voice. Older, harder, unmistakably human. We were. Now we've returned. Word spread like wildfire. Across the stars, old alliances trembled. Every species had once taken part, directly or not, in humanity's fall. Some had supplied the weapons. Others had turned away while Earth burned. Now their ghosts had come back to life. Within months, human ships were seen again. Small at first, then fleets. They weren't sleek or polished like the vessels of other races. They were forged from alloy and fury, scarred and monstrous, bearing the old sigil of Sol, a broken sun burning over a black field. Wherever they appeared, they didn't conquer. They liberated. The humans found worlds enslaved by tyrants, colonies forgotten by the Council, species forced into silence, and they remembered what it meant to fight for freedom. They called themselves the Reclaimers. Every battle was swift, brutal, surgical. Every victory sparked rebellion. The humans fought not as conquerors, but as avengers. They spoke little, but their presence said everything. We remember who we were, and who you made us become. The galaxy began to change. The core Dominion, the same empire that once bombarded Earth, sent an armada to challenge them. The battle lasted 11 minutes. The human flagship, Odyssey, unleashed weapons that bent light and shattered planet-side command posts in a single strike. When the Dominion sent a message begging for peace, the response was short. Peace was what we wanted. You burned it. Still, the humans did not destroy them. They simply dismantled the fleets, freed the prisoners, and vanished again into the void. It was as if they weren't fighting for vengeance at all, but for something deeper. Then came the broadcast that reached every corner of known space. A human face, weathered, scarred, and calm, appeared on every screen, speaking in the old Terran tongue. We were forgotten. We were erased. But the fire never died. You thought extinction would silence us, but humanity doesn't end. It evolves. We have seen what the galaxy became without us, and we will not let it rot any longer. He leaned closer, his eyes fierce as suns. This is not a conquest. This is a reckoning, a rebuilding, a return. And then the signal cut. Planets that had long lived under oppression began to rise. The humans didn't lead them. They taught them how. They showed them how to fight, how to build, how to endure. The Council tried to reassert control, but its fleets were powerless. Every system that joined the Reclaimers turned its ships outward, not to expand, but to defend. And as the movement spread, something extraordinary happened. The wars stopped. The empires fractured. The galaxy began to heal. All because the species that had once nearly destroyed itself had come back wiser, stronger, and unbreakable. Years later, in the Council's Hall of Records, a young alien scholar asked an elder, "Why do they fight so fiercely? Why not rest now that they've won?" The elder looked up at the hologram of Sol, a red, radiant star burning with unyielding light. "Because," he said softly, "they know what it means to lose everything, and because they swore no one else ever would." The stars had once watched humanity die. Now they watched them rise again, their signal echoing through the void, a heartbeat across eternity. We are here, we remember, and we are not done yet.